Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
All right, Jeff, are you going to stay up and look for that meteor shower, or are you going to be in the bed knocked out?
I'm a little tired, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll stay up. Another word of advice as well, if you can get away from city lights. You know, we talk about these things to see in the night sky all the time. But if you're in town, it's a little bit harder because you have that light pollution. So if you can kind of get away to where it's a little bit darker, that's going to be your best bet. But we are going to have good viewing. Clear skies is what you want, and that is what we've got. In fact, I'm really not expecting any big changes weather-wise compared to what we have had here as of late. These are your weather headlines for the week ahead. We're going to have warm days, we're going to have cool nights, and we're going to have no rain. So very quiet pattern continues. In fact, that may be the trend for the rest of the month of October. This is the temperature outlook late into the weekend, and as we take you through the waning days of October, and you can see here, it's going to be warmer than average, not just for us, but for a large part of the eastern two-thirds of the country. And unfortunately, this is going to continue as well. You know, we've not had a drop of rain that has fallen officially in Huntsville or Decatur or Muscle Shoals for that matter so far here in the month of October. And if this is correct, drier than average conditions expected, we may wrap up the month with no rainfall in the gauges across most of the Tennessee Valley, and that has only happened a handful of times since we've been keeping records here across the area. Nothing right now, Way 31 Triple Doppler, and as I mentioned earlier, we're not anticipating anything overnight tonight. In fact, those skies will stay clear. That'll set us up for another day of sunshine and blue sky tomorrow. 7 a.m. on your Monday, starting off a little bit on the chilly side, so plan on grabbing the warm jacket. Kids, of course, will need that as well out the door. Lunchtime, though, we look good. Blue sky and sun, and that'll continue for your Monday afternoon with a nice warm-up, just like we saw today around the area. Tuesday, pretty much a carbon copy. We start off with clear skies. We wrap it up with sunshine and more warm weather on the way. Again, at the bus stop in the morning, make sure the kids are warm enough. They will need that heavy jacket, 43 degrees with kind of a chilly start. And then they may forget it at school because they won't need it coming home with sunshine and temperatures running around that 80-degree mark as we work our way through the mid-afternoon hours tomorrow. All right, let's talk tropics. One system out here, and this was, I'll be honest, a surprise. This kind of blew up out of nowhere over the weekend. We ended up with a hurricane. This is Oscar. It's now a tropical storm interacting with the eastern tip of the island of Cuba. So it is expected to lose its organization, lose its structure, and weaken. And even though here's South Florida, right underneath our Way 31 logo, it is not going to impact the U.S. It's going to take a hard right turn, move across the Bahamas and back out to sea, and likely not reorganized or re-intensify at this point, remaining a tropical storm. But again, not expected to impact the U.S. Elsewhere in the tropics, nothing of concern right now, and no tropical development is anticipated at this time for at least the next 7 days. For us, it's temperature forecasts. We've got the cool to chilly nights, including tonight, dipping down into the low in the mid-40s. And then we've got the nice warm-ups into the afternoon hours. Plenty of sunshine, 48 degrees for that commute tomorrow. Don't have to worry about any frost on the windshields. We'll see temperatures just a little bit too high for that. 75 degrees around the noon hour, and tomorrow afternoon will be fantastic once again. Blue sky, sunshine, and warm temperatures, but not necessarily too warm. We'll go about 82 for Huntsville tomorrow, 81 in Muscle Shoals, Decatur, and Athens, 81 in Fayetteville, Tennessee. And over here in DeSand Mountain, temperatures running right around that 80-degree mark. Places like Guntersville, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, as well as Valley Head. So very pleasant regardless of where you are in North Alabama or southern Middle Tennessee. Way 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. There is still very little to talk about other than some unseasonably warm weather for this time of year. We see temperatures maybe get as high as 85 for the week ahead. Then the numbers will come down ever so slightly late the week, but stay warm into the 80s over the weekend and probably into next week as well. Mornings, they'll see the temperatures go up just a little bit. Again, we'll be in the 40s tonight. But for the most part, the rest of that forecast, it'll take us on into the beginning of the following week, seeing those morning lows running mostly in the 50s. And you see that at least through the 30th of October, which is a week from Wednesday, not a drop of rain in that forecast. And right now, as Halloween will be just a day out from there, not seeing any big weather issues or any rainfall at that point as well. So, Rob, it's looking increasingly likely that we will make it through this month on a completely dry note, which is unusual.
I don't think I would ever hear that here in Alabama.
That's right. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not something that happens a lot.
Seems like it rains every other day here, man.
Yep. Well, not this October.
I love it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.